and hello again, guys. If you don't know me by now, I'm Julie. I'm helping you to get through life in an easier way, in a more positive way. And I also get told that my life is kind of entertaining, so there are vlogs too. If you like, subscribe. Today we're going to talk about how to get out of a slump when everything kind of falls apart in your life, what you should do to really actually get better, even when you think you cannot. There is always a way. I can really talk about this because the last year and a half has been really tough to me, and this is not even an appropriate word. I may don't seem so, and also people tell me like, you look so like happy all the time and everything, and I actually am, but still a lot of things are happening. I don't look like that, but I really have a lot of really big problems right now on different scales in my life. And sometimes I just have the feeling that everything is falling apart. And most of the time, as we know, everything falls apart at the same time. So really, you're just like there and stuck and be like, okay, I'm never gonna recover from this and everything sucks and what am I doing? So of course, I prepared this. Normally, I always just write things in my notebook, but as you know, I'm authentic and it's really important to me to actually do things and tell you things that I'm experiencing or that I experienced before, because that way I can really be like authentic, realistic, and relatable, I think. And maybe this will help me too. But wait, I need to highlight that. Wait, I'm coming back. And done. Now we have something we can work with better. I'm looking really happy and smiling here. But if you're watching this video on purpose, really because you're going through something, I really hope this will help you out. Please try it out and for real, not just say, I will take that out or that out. Normally, I always say you can always listen and just take out what you kind of need, but this is kind of a whole process. If you don't go for the whole process, you will generally not go out of it. Or maybe, but like not for a long time. Also, as a warning, if I'm using strong words and saying that you may need help or anything, I mean it, but it doesn't mean that it is really mean regarding you. Been there, done that, I know what I'm saying. So if I really say this is not normal, you should see how you can fix that. I really mean it, because if not, you will not help yourself. You cannot always run from something because you just found something good right now. So once more, what do we do when everything falls apart? First of all, noticing that you're sad, mad, lost, whatever is really easy, but actually noticing that you really need to change something about your life isn't. Most of the time when we are kind of like depressed about something, we just say, okay, time will heal it and I just have to find someone else or whatever and it will be okay. But most of the time, it is really more than that. We have this beautiful quote, I noticed a pattern, so I made a choice. It seems so easy, but I really wanted to do something that would also help me in case something just happens again and I can read it again. So I made 4 points with transition each. And I really hope that this will be kind of like my guidelines for every time, because every time I really did this, like for real, seriously, it worked. It worked. Do we hear that my neighbor is doing like gardening stuff? We just have a background music, whatever. Enough blah blah, let's go into concrete things. First point, fix a reasonable time frame to feel. People always laugh when I say that, but really this is how it starts. You have to ask yourself questions and really be honest to yourself. If something really happens right now, maybe wait for like a few minutes, a few hours, just to like calm down and be rational about these ones. How bad does it actually affect me? Is it only kind of like my feelings? Is it really my life? Is it someone else? What and who does it affect to what scale? Is it just an irrational fear? What is an irrational fear again? I will just give you an example for an irrational fear. You saw 2 colleagues speak and you think they were speaking about you, and you think that now everyone will speak about you and that you're bad, that you're ugly, that you will get fired, everything. But maybe it wasn't. Maybe they just talked about someone else, about something else, or just said, look at her shoes, I love them. And they just made a silly face for that. Another question that is really important is, do I really need to pause my whole life for that now? Or do I just need to recharge, like to take some time for me and then like go back again with like a better base, as we say? After answering this question, you will define how many time you need. I cannot give you a precise example because everyone feels things differently and everything that happens to certain people have different consequences on them. Even if you say a breakup, for some people it will mean a lot because they actually lived with their partner, they had something planned, they had kids together, whatever, and some people would just say, oh, okay, time heals everything, I'm good. You cannot compare. That is really important too. You cannot compare. But what you're gonna do is, okay, there's just a time where I'm lost, where I don't know what to do with myself anymore and everything I'm trying to do doesn't work. This time should be very limited, but you should take it seriously. If I say, okay, I think for like 1 to 3 days, I will be kind of off. I just don't want to talk to anyone. I just need to like just get back, think about it, do whatever I want to do, take a bath, take whatever, just to calm down and to have rational feelings again, to be honest. For example, you can say 1 to 3 days, I'm gonna be off. I'm not gonna work if possible, or I'm not gonna do all the things I'm doing. But be careful, you should not let yourself down, okay? That's not what I mean. Disclaimer, even if you set the time frame from like 3 days, 2 hours, 3 weeks, it doesn't mean that after this time you're not allowed to be sad anymore. You cannot just say, yes, but I will be sad for a longer time, so I have to do it like up to 4 weeks. No, that's not what we're doing. Healing is not linear. You will not wake up one day and say, oh, I just forgot about it, my feelings are inexistent. No, you will just see life in another way and just try to pursue it. It doesn't mean that even if you do everything right after that you are not allowed sometimes just to cry or just to have a breakdown. The thing I always struggle the most with at this point, when I really realize, okay, nothing is working anymore, I can just like not pretend I'm okay and just go on, it is always that I say, yeah, but I have my good habits and I don't want to leave them, and if I don't do them for a few days, like I will be out of my thing, like doing my sports or whatever. But let's be honest, if you really have a habit you're sticking to for a long time and you're really motivated to do that, 2 days will not break your habit. Really, honestly, it will not break your habit. If you hurt yourself at the gym and you are working out more and more and more just because you don't want to break the habit, you will maybe just break something or make it worse. If you will just take 2 days off, it will get better and everything will be fine. That's the idea. Be rational about this one too, but make sure and really think about what you can procrastinate or what you can. Quick example, what you can procrastinate is clean your balcony. What you should not procrastinate is wash your dishes that you need in the next morning. So basically, this step is about really feeling. It's about being true to yourself. It's about judging, how am I feeling? What do I need? And this is a really important point because you will see the self-love you have and actually how rational you are. As I said, because you broke your nail, you will not take 2 weeks off. Like, we're not here for that. It is important to remind yourself, is my life actually falling apart? Do I really need like to pause everything for that? If at that point you're still saying, yes, let's go. Also, I know it's not really possible. Also, I know that most of us think it's not possible to just stop our things, but sometimes you really need to. And I know it sucks, but even if you have to take a day off of work, just do it. If you have to cancel on your friends, just do it. If it really helps you, it will be fine. Transition point. If your loved ones don't know by now what is happening, what I mean by loved ones is the people you're living with, the friends you're talking to every day. Just imagine they don't know you're feeling bad. And when they're coming up to you, you're rejecting them. You're not asking how they are. You're not proposing everything. You always say no to their plans. They will start to worry about you, or they will be mad at you. And actually, this will be legit because they will just be like, okay, I haven't done anything and she's kind of rude to me and she like cancels on every plan. What did I do wrong? I didn't do anything wrong. She's just crazy. You do not owe them to explain everything. Most of the times when I have these phases, I don't even explain to my friends what's going on. I have kind of like 1 or 2 friends that I really see often, and so they really like see how I'm kind of developing and they really know. But even like one of my 2 best friends is really in the darkness because most of the time I don't want to talk about it. It is not that I'm ashamed or that I physically cannot talk about it, but it is just that I just want to think about something else, or I still have to process what's going on even before like talking to someone and having someone that is proposing a new solution for me. Because First of all, you have to think yourself, what solution can I have before taking someone else's solution for that? It's still your life. You can ask for advice, but it's still yours. So if you have someone where you know you will meet them or you live with them or whatever, just write them a quick message. Hey, I'm not feeling that good. Like physically, I'm okay, but I will just take 1, 2, 3 days off, step back. And so don't be worried if I don't answer to you or I don't take news. I'm fine, but I just need to work on myself. If these people want your best, they will say okay. They will, of course, say you can tell me, but if they force you to tell you what's going on, no. The only thing they can do is make sure that you don't harm yourself, or from time to time ask you to go out, or if you're okay, or say if you want to talk, you can, it's okay. But they should not like force you to talk or whatever, because if someone is going through something and they really need time to process, it is none of your business. Like, the world is not falling apart if right now you don't know what's going on. If this person feels so bad, it's her thing. Like, it's not all about you. Like, you don't need to know right now. Just let her process. She will tell you when she's ready. Now we are kind of ready. Everything is set up for that. Now, step 2, feel. Dress comfortable. Either you wear something really cute where you tell yourself, oh my god, I'm so cute in that. Or you just wear pajama or whatever you feel good in. You can be lazier, you can disconnect, you can cry, you can be mad. You can also be on TikTok all day long, but it will not help you. Most difficult part for me right here, but just accept that you cannot do certain things on that day. Accept that maybe today gym it's just not working, or working on an essay it's just not working, or whatever physical activity is just not working, because your brain really just needs to go into your bed, go to your couch, and just do kind of nothing. But as we always say, we don't let ourselves down, even in the worst cases. So do chill things you always wanted to do and you never kind of like found the right time for. On this day, you are free. You just have time to heal. That's the only thing you should do. And so you have time to actually do something you always wanted to do. You don't need to sit down and do something really strong. As I said, just make bracelets, make whatever. And in that moment, you will be able to think about other things or just think about your life, but that's okay too. Just do something chill, but something you still like. And I put this with little attention signs here. Give yourself time, but don't neglect yourself. If you don't feel like taking your everything shower, it's fine. But you should still brush your teeth, you should still eat a bit, you should still take a quick shower. These things are really important. If you have some special disease, you should not say, I'm not taking my medication on that day. No, you should not let yourself completely down. You are okay with being mentally down, and I know that being mentally down sometimes means we kind of neglect ourselves, but that should not happen, because you will have the consequences out of that. What happened to me before is that on these days I told myself, okay, no, I'm not doing my whole skincare. I just don't have the energy for that. And 2 or 3 days after, when I kind of like tried to restart my life and go out, my skin was so bad. And so I was like, I still need to wait a few days maybe before even going out. It's just destroying your whole process. Same things with craving. People always say, yeah, when you feel bad, just eat chocolate, eat ice cream, eat whatever. Yes, but no. You should respond to 1, 2, maximum 3 cravings. That's okay. If you say, okay, now I'm gonna eat my comfort food. I'm gonna make a brownie, something. But remember, if you eat bad, you're gonna have less energy. And then you're not gonna recover. If you go into the cycle, it can only be 2 days. It is already kind of a cycle where you don't do a lot of things, you're lazy, you don't really get out, you're on your couch, you watch things. It is already hard to go out of that because it's kind of an instant comfort. So if you don't have any energy, how do you want to live that after? And now a transition that will hurt, but lose the addiction of feeling sorry for yourself. This hurts. It hurts a lot, even more when you know you're a good person, that you don't deserve that. I mean, I've been the sportiest person and I still got sick as fuck, or things like that, and really things that I didn't deserve, but actually just being there all the time and saying, I don't deserve that, I don't deserve that, I don't deserve that, will not help you. What will help you is the other way, saying, what do I deserve? And here I got you. Do not just say, I deserve this because I'm like that. I deserve someone to be kind to me because I do too. And no. How are you gonna manage to do that and to attract these things? So step 3, reanalyzing and identifying. Now that you had your time to feel, we have the questions again. Did digest the thing solve the problem? Like, are you over it? Or is it deeper than that? Is the problem something I could solve just by doing one thing differently? Or is it really deeper than that? Because let's be honest, if you say, I'm completely fine with my life is beautiful, my life is perfect in my perception, and something kind of small happens, and then you just feel empty-hearted, you feel destroyed, you feel mad, your life is not that perfect. You have something that is missing. Something is missing, something is wrong. I just have to tell you. Maybe you only need to change your perception of the thing, your mindset, your lifestyle, I don't know, but something is wrong. And this is the point where I'll tell you to go to therapy or to work on yourself, seriously. If you just get a bad grade and you're devastated, it's not just about the grade. You will tell me, yeah, it's about my future and I put effort in that. It's not only about that. Who told you you will be nothing if you don't have good grades? How did you process as a kid when you had a bad grade? All these things are playing a role with that. They are playing such a role in that, and most of the time you don't get it. You really have to dig deeper on that. I know it hurts. I know sometimes it's really hard to think, why did I even react like that? And don't just say, yeah, I'm kind of really reactive and I get mad easily. No, that's not true. You have a reason for that. Everything in that case has a reason. If you would just have gotten mad, it will be over after a few minutes or a few hours. Let's be honest. It cannot be that you have a perfect life, that everything is good, and when you have a boyfriend that didn't maybe even took like so much space in your life, you just feel shattered, you feel down and everything is bad. No, at that point, it is not just the boyfriend that left, it is the feeling it gave you, and most importantly, it is the feeling it reminded you from something. When you felt that in the past, you had other reasons to believe the things you believe now. You had other reasons, and maybe even relatable reasons. You had other reasons, and I think more rational reasons, to think that your life was falling apart, but this is not the case now. So really try to dig deeper. As we always say, if you don't love yourself, being in a relationship will not be the thing that will heal you. So if you've come that far that you really notice, okay, shit, maybe the problem is something else really deeper than that, but you will not see it. You will just not want to see it. In that case, finding a quick solution will help you in the moment itself, but it will not help you for everything. Let me give you 2 examples again. If you struggle sleeping in the dark, you can buy a light. That's fine. But why do you struggle sleeping in the dark? What happened? What made you feel like that? Work on that and you will not need a light. You can still have a light, but you will not need it that bad anymore. And you will not be stressed out when you don't. Or with another perception, if you're struggling to sleep, putting on a light will not help you. You have to deal with your daily stress. Why can you not sleep at night? What's going on? Another example, I will have a lot of enemies after that because I'm really into this gym business thing, and I know a lot of people, and I know you guys are also watching my videos. I love you for that, but whatever, I will just say it. If you're actively going to the gym and you don't see results, you will just like start taking compliments and eating whatever things you don't want to eat, and it will help you. Yes, it will help you at that moment, but wouldn't just eat properly every day and sleep better maybe just help you before? But this is what will help you for your whole life. And remind yourself that becoming a heartless person will not save you. And don't tell me, yes, but if I don't show my feelings anymore, no one will bother me and no one will play around with me. So you just want to be heartless with nothing, and being alone is even better because then nobody will hurt me. And so you're the type of person that will either say, I will not travel because maybe the plane will crash, and I will never get into a relationship anymore, even if it's the person of my dreams, because I could potentially be hurt. I will not cut my nails because imagine like just something happens and my finger gets infected and I'm dying. Love your life more than that, please. Love yourself more than that. Because let me tell you, if you think you have such a good mindset, suppressing your emotions is just not respecting yourself. And I could swear on that. Just respect your initial ethic. I know it could be heartbreaking things can happen. I know I got bullied and still I don't say everyone is bad. If you want to identify as a mature person, stick to your standards, stick to your ethic. You just have to set boundaries. If these people don't respect your boundaries, then they've lost. But you cannot say, no, I'm never gonna tell anyone hello again, because maybe they could say fuck off. Like, what person are you? So you just act because people are acting back. So you don't respect yourself. That's everything that I have to say. And for the last transition, you will probably say, Julie, what the fuck are you on? See your life as an experiment or a strategy. Of course, the goal is your well-being. Your well-being, not the well-being you saw or that your mom said you should be like that to be happy. Your actual well-being. Because you know what we can do out of strategies? We can just observe and say, okay, that worked very great. Maybe we just have to adjust that. That didn't work at all. That's not a problem. We are still motivated to get to the goal. Let's just change it. It will take a lot of effort. We will have to change a lot of things. It will be difficult. But we know our goal is that, and we will get there. If you feel like you cannot be deeply, really happy, you just have to change it. You know, the biggest companies change their strategy multiple times before it worked. So if you really want to relate on something like that, works too. So part 4 and the last part for today, live. It might sound silly, but just rediscover the world with a different perception. You can do everything that you've ever done before in the same way, but just with another perception. And you will see how the world could be different. You know, it's the same thing, glass half full, glass half empty. Also, we know you, the after breakups. You can go out. You can tell your friends, okay, now I really want to go out. Now I really want to go on vacation. Now I really want to go party. That's okay, but hear me out. Do not only fill your program with nasty and temporary things. Okay, that will help you maybe feel better. They can give you kind of like a feeling of approval if you go out and you just see other people that genuinely like you or say you're beautiful and maybe your ex didn't and it kind of broke you. But at the end of the day or the end of the week or the month or you got me, you will go home and be alone, okay? And what will you feel then? These people will not be there. Maybe you will not even see them again. So you can do a few of these things, yes, but you cannot fill the whole void only with this. You have to be wiser in that. Instead, maybe try to meditate or try a new activity, have a new passion, have something you always wanted to try and you actually really want to try and really go farther with that. New sports, new arts, something. You have to really find something wise you can stick to. So basically, my last shema here is, am I loving my life to its fullest? No, change it. Yes. What do I worry about then? Do I just need to spice it up? If you've come that far and you still have the feeling that it doesn't work, that you're trying your best, you really have to give it time. The entirety of this act/process is already really proof that you are mature and that you love yourself, and that's the best thing. I saw this girl on TikTok last time saying, if you try to love yourself more or to like kind of build yourself a better life to be happier, you already love yourself. If you wouldn't even try. You wouldn't even have the specific idea to do that and actually really try. You're on the right path. I know I say this every time at the end of my videos, but this time I really hope this could help you out. Really try it. Not only once, not only twice, and not just for 2 hours. Really try that. Take that seriously and you will see it will definitely change something. If nothing changed, nothing changed. So you guys make the best out of it and have the best day ever.